first one is the Power Automate flow optimization, because the most problems what we see are regarding to, I would say, bad configuration of workflows. The second one is data source performance issues. Yeah, who knows my comics? You know the problems with SharePoint and some other data sources. This is a really important point, I think. And monitoring and troubleshooting. What can you do to find your problem? And the fourth one is Power Automate versus Logic Apps, one of my favorite points. I'm a big fan of Logic Apps, and who wins, Logic Apps or Power Automate regarding the performance. And our last topic for today is a question and answer, like in every of our streams. And this could be in rapid fire to question Sean everything what you want to need.
Yeah, if we're really lucky, we might even get to see Marcel's famous performance optimization flowchart that he prints out and frames it in his office wall.
Yeah, if we are lucky, right? Thank you. Don't forget to drop your questions into the chat. We love hearing about your specific performance nightmares. And remember, we are not just here to complain about slow apps. We're here to fix them. Milko in the back end will get all your questions. The guy that will never show his face. Perhaps one day, you never know. At the moment, he's in the background collecting your questions. So use this opportunity to bombard him with what you want to ask us. Marcel.
Yeah, I think we should talk with our first segment, the Power Automate and Flow Automation, and time to talk about Power Automate. Sean. Oh, no, Forte, sorry. The first question.
You can also call me Sean, whatever you want, but I'm not the real Sean. But I'm pointing towards the real Sean. I hope he's in this corner at this point. I don't know what. Anyways, Sean, what are the most common flow patterns that lead to performance issues, and how do you restructure them for better efficiency?
For sure. So a common one, it'll be a lot easier if I share my screen and explain what I'm talking about.
Go ahead.
Is a lot has to do with parallel processing, loops. I see that going really poorly a lot of times. For instance, here, you'll notice in this flow here, I have this HTTP call where it has to confirm some kind of certificate. And then I have another HTTP call right afterwards. A lot of times these can happen in parallel. So all you need to do is create a parallel branch like I did. And as soon as you drag this down, you can have these happening at the same time. And then when these are done happening simultaneously, it can continue to the next step. I found this a lot easier or a lot faster than always having to have this one wait for this one, especially when they don't need to happen simultaneously. And this is just really easy and quick to set up. Another one I've seen is the inefficiency of using loops. For instance, here, I'll show you if we scroll back up. What I end up getting in here is a list of a bunch of instructors, like teachers. I'll zoom in more. And then that's it. It's just an array, a list of teachers. But the problem is I want to add a status to them. And I see this happen a lot. People loop over all the instructors. They get the status. They add the status here. And this is fine. It works. It's just incredibly slow. So one way to get around that can just make it run faster, and this takes really no time at all, is you just come up here into settings, and then you just turn on concurrency and then speed it up. I'll warn you, if you're using the HTTP action, it limits you to only like about 48. If you jump into 50, you're going to get an error. So there's a little tip if anyone's trying that. And then while we're here, if we want to keep going, you don't even need to use an apply to each. Marcel, I see you blog on this one all the time. One of my favorites is just using the select statement. So we can come down here, pick that. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing as all three of these steps and this variable, and I'm going to do it all in one action. So I just come in here, and then I pick my, where are they, my instructors, and then I go in here and I select kind of what I was doing earlier, like this. And I would just go in here, put this here, and then go under expression and just do the same thing. Item, and then choose it, and then that's it. So when this is all done, I already have this ready for you. I can delete this. And then I can come down here and it'll end up looking like this. And if you look at this right here, this code is identical to what's happening right here. But the best part is what I did right here, I can delete 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. So these 4 steps, I did it all in one. And in case you want to see the output, it looks like this. So if we scroll up here, this one took 9 seconds to run. This whole apply to each. But then if we scroll down here, we'll see that this one took 0 seconds to run when it did that. So those are a few of my favorite performance tips, especially around Power Automate, that are just super quick. You can all apply them right now if you're not using them already.
Awesome.
Yeah, we see some comments saying Sean is still using the old designer. I mean, I'm still using the old designer. If you're using the new designer, props to you. There's sometimes it's just hard to see the branching. So, yeah. So for the next one, Sean, every connector have its courts. Which connector do you see causing the most performance headaches? And what are your optimization strategies?
Yeah, so a common one I see a lot is people whine about the, not they whine, we're just limited with like the SharePoint connector, especially in what it can do. And I see a lot of times also with the Excel, like if they don't let you, even in Dataverse, it doesn't let you like batch send records a lot of times. So I see people get around that using the HTTP pre-authorized, making that graph API request I see works really well. Even SharePoint, Outlook, they have their own like send an HTTP request with SharePoint. I see that used a lot. They're great and they accomplish it. It's just frustrating that we have to use those and we don't have a clear batch action that we can use. When it comes to like getting into like throttling limits or something like that, that's not really connector specific, but you do got to realize you're limited to, on a basic user license, 40,000 like actions you can run in a day, which is a ton actually. And we're going to talk about that in Logic Apps. But once you hit that limit, you're going to see your flows like dramatically slow down.